Hey, 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 here I am, ready for another Meatless Monday. And there's a couple of chef tips that I got that's gonna help make it extra creamy, ultra creamy. And the first thing is, you have to take your black beans, all right, and you heat them up for just a couple of minutes, get them warm. And what that's going to do is soften them just a little. I put these on the stove a couple of minutes ago. I'm probably going to just leave them there and turn it off. But that's the first tip. Heat up. Well, first you have to rinse them. We always rinse our beans. But then you want to heat them up for just a few minutes. And that's going to help make them a little softer and actually blend up a little bit better. So I'm going to turn it off and just let them sit there, because what I want to show you first is the Rapid Prep mandolin. This thing is pretty cool. It actually, I'm going to cut up my carrots into carrot sticks, my cucumbers into slices, and have that with my black bean hummus tonight. This is a Pampered Chef product, and if you see on the back, there's a couple of dials. This dial gives you either slices or it gives you sticks, and it's great for French fries. If you ever make your own French fries at home, I've done it twice now, and I make them in the air fryer. And then I'm going to use my Rapid Prep mandolin here, and I was just showing the slices. So you can do slices and you can turn it so that you do sticks, like julienne sticks, and thicker sticks or thinner sticks, and those are the dials. And then the second dial goes from 8, which is the thickest, all the way down to 1, which is the thinnest. So the first thing I'm going to do is my cucumbers, and I'm going to do them at about a 4. It's about halfway. Really nice thing with this is, and I don't know if anybody here has ever cut themselves with a mandolin, but the nice thing with this is we have this chute here, which clips right on, and the more times I use it, the easier it is to get that to clip on. The blade is what's going to move, so I'm going to use the pusher, and my fingers never go anywhere near the blade, because the blade is moving and the food is being pushed with the pusher, which is super nice. I love that. Okay, so here goes my cucumbers first. I'm going to go ahead and push them through. Oh, I have it on julienne rather than on, oh, okay, I got a little chunk. See what happens? All right, now I have it on slice. So here goes my cucumber slices. There we go. I'm telling you, this is so fast, so quick. Check it out. Nice, right? Now you can make them as thin or as thick as you want. And I like that. I think that's a nice size, but I could make them thicker. I'm going to send the other cucumber through. You just pop it in the chute. Again, you use the little pusher, and your hand never goes near the blade, which I love that. And I like this little catcher here, but here we go. I mean, they're all so even. It's just really, that's a fun way to do it. Now I'm going to do my sticks, my carrot sticks, and I'm going to do them a little thicker. I like them a little thicker, so I have it on the thicker stick, and I'm going to do it at about a 6. And let's see how they come out. And put them in here. All right, it could have been a little smaller. Let me see if these two are smaller, and they're going to fit in there a little bit better, so they go like that. There we go. And then we're going to get actual sticks. I'm going to trim the other ones. If you make them that way, you're going to get the full length of the sticks. See how quick they are? But look at that. That's a nice carrot stick. Beautiful, right? And if you like them a little thinner, you can make them a little thinner. I'm going to cut these just a tad bit off so that they fit in there nice, and you get the full length of the stick. There we go. That one we go. All right. I'm gonna say hi. There we go. There we go. Nice. All right. Now to make our black bean hummus, which I know I love. I made it over the weekend. It was absolutely delicious. And I always like to make things ahead of time, make sure that they come out and taste as good as I'm thinking they're going to, right? If you want the recipe, simply say recipe in the comments. So I'm going to use the Twist and Chop. I love this thing. This is a powerhouse little food processor. Don't let the size fool you because it is a powerhouse. Now, what you want to do first is put in the 2 tablespoons of tahini. We're going to make this nice and creamy first, okay? 2 tablespoons of tahini, which is just sesame butter, basically. It's ground sesame seeds. 2 tablespoons is going to go in there. Put that in there. Come on, we want to get it all in there. And another tablespoon. It does kind of thicken, so sometimes there's like really thick stuff on the bottom. You want to just kind of stir that around and get your 2 tablespoons of that. Oh, there you go. Nice, Kathy. I'm glad you've got a food processor like this. The nice thing about this is this blade actually goes up and down, which makes it super effective, even though it's tiny. It's a powerful little motor in there. Then it says to add, I think we're going to add the garlic. And here's just 1 clove of garlic. And this is a classic Pampered Chef item. This garlic press, I have had this for years and still works fine. No need to replace it. It minces really well. Okay, I tried this without mincing it and it chopped up okay, but I think mincing it will make it that much better. And then I'm gonna put in 2 tablespoons of fresh lime juice. All right, I'm just gonna cut this in half and do 2 tablespoons is typically a whole lime. You get about a tablespoon from each half of the lime. And if you don't have a citrus press, I would highly recommend it. This is something that gets you a lot more juice out of your lemon and or your lime, whichever it is you're using. The seeds can't go through, and boom, there you go. So 2 tablespoons of lime juice, 2 tablespoons of tahini, and 1 clove of garlic. And that's what we want to mix that up first. I'm going to make sure that's what it says. And a little bit of salt. So it says I think a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. So I'll just do a little bit of salt in there. And we're going to go ahead and blend this up first. So here goes. Ready? Okay, that should be nice and creamy in there now. And it is. Yep. Okay, that's blended up nicely in there. Now, here it is. We're going to add the warm black beans. Okay, and again, I put them on the stove for just a couple of minutes just to warm up. We're going to go ahead and add our seasoning, which is a 1/2 teaspoon of ground cumin. And again, if you want the recipe, just say recipe. I'll make sure I drop it as soon as we're done here tonight. And a 1/2 teaspoon of smoked paprika. This is going to give it a really nice earthy kind of flavor. I love the flavor combination here. Really yummy. Okay, now, believe it or not, ice cubes. Ice cubes are gonna somehow kind of help to aerate this and actually make it creamier. So it says I put in 3, these are kind of small little ice cubes. we're gonna put these in here, and this is gonna have to blend for a couple of minutes. So okay, I'm gonna check it out and see. Okay, there's a little bit more of that. Oh, that looks fine. Now it says if I want it even creamier, I can add some water. So it depends on how thick you want it. Do you want it thick? Then it's fine. If you want it a little thinner, then you can add some water. But I actually, I kind of like it thick like this. So I am gonna just go with it. And here I'm gonna put some in a dish. And this will be part of my dinner, a good part of my dinner, actually. If you want to make it look a little more festive, right? I can sprinkle. Let me sprinkle a tiny bit of paprika on top, just to make it look nice, right? And if you wanted, you could chop up a little parsley or something on top of there and plate it with my cucumbers. Look at that. My carrot sticks. Look at that. Beautiful. Okay. Now to try it. How's that look? Nice, right? I think this is really yummy. Something different. Like we almost always make hummus with chickpeas, but black beans. Especially if you like black beans, it's a whole different flavor combo. Oh yeah, it's really, really good. Wow. Okay, that was quick. That was easy. If you want the recipe, I'll drop the recipe in. It's really super good, super healthy.